Hey ladies, welcome back to In Between Friends. I am Erin and this is my friend Rebecca, your friend as well. We are talking today about something that I love and something that I'm just learning about recently or becoming more aware of how important it is, and then therefore it's becoming easier for me to stick by that and weed out the non-essentials. But we're talking about kindred spirits.
Wow.
And talking about just the kindred spirits in friendships. I think if you're married, you recognize, you search for this opposite sex of, I think if you're married, you search for this individual who is kindred and like you and would be somebody that you'd want to hang out with for the rest of your life. I don't think you necessarily always do that with friends though sometimes.
No.
And then you find yourself with a crap load of friends who are crappy.
Yeah, and who are very shallow in surfacing. Because, you know, when you date somebody, you're like, okay, I want to get to know you, and background check, let's do health checks, like you cover all your bases. Where friends, you're like, oh, you like the same clothes?
Yeah,
oh,
done.
we can be friends.
Yeah. We've been friends since high school. Let's maintain that relationship.
Yeah, because it's really deep.
Totally. And I just think that that's a great thing. And ultimately, like she said, it's a little bit comes off the heels of dating.
Yeah, it totally does.
Yeah.
And I think with the kindred spirits, I want you to take it like friendship is like that, oh, we get along. Kindred spirit is, oh, she gets me.
Totally.
I don't even have to say anything. And she fills in the blanks. I can look, like when I went to Erin's shower, she greets me at the door in heels. We didn't even have to say anything, we just guffawed. Yeah. We laughed hysterically. She said, I know. And I just giggled a little more.
I honestly don't think we spoke at all that day.
I don't really
We laughed at each other at the doorway. Yeah. At one point she was across the room pretending to talk about me. And that was it. Kind of laughed a little bit more and that was it. And I totally felt like I was totally supported by her all day long.
I was there.
It's ridiculous. But it's totally essential in your life. And that's the type of friendships that we're talking about.
Yeah.
They're not easy to come by.
No.
And they're going to require a little effort on your part.
Yeah.
But they're totally worthwhile, and they're going to be such a support system to you.
So worth it. So we're talking about how do you find a kindred spirit? How on earth? Got to put yourself out there.
Yeah.
Go where people are like you. Yeah. So if you go to church, go to church. Yeah. If you like to work out, go to the gym. Yeah. If you are a mommy and you love other mommies, go where other mommies go. Park, mommy clubs, mops, whatever it may be. Find where like-minded people would gather.
The key here is putting yourself out there. Because I'm not always the most, I'm outgoing, I'm not necessarily social. Yeah. So it really took a lot of work on my part to really put myself out there.
And it takes you longer to know if they're kindred or not. And then you chase them down.
Totally.
Like prey.
Like, completely, like I did with my husband. You are mine. But seriously, I was telling her that I literally stalked these two women at church for like a couple months ago because I was convinced we have the same humor, we have the same intellect, we seem to have the same way of going about kind of wanting to parent and things of that nature. And I did kind of woo them a little bit, you know?
Come hither.
Seriously, come hither. I say that with no sense of shame.
No, and I am the opposite where I will know probably within a conversation whether we click. Yeah. I don't need to get to know you.
Well, let's be fair. I think a lot of people get that too.
Yeah. I'm like, no, and my stage of life, I don't have time to waste. And I know that sounds bad, but I've got my friends who really get me already. Yeah. And then I've got friends who are starting to get me, which is great, and I'll foster those friendships. But I have friends who like are never going to get me, so that's just not where I put my relationship, my energy, my time. We may be acquaintances, and I'm great with that, but I'm not going to invite you over to my house and have coffee. It's just
you only need to be dropped on your head a couple times by certain relationships in your life before you start to realize I'm not going to make you a huge priority and a huge essential person in my life.
Exactly.
You know, I enjoy you, and I'm going to say hi to you, and you know we've got a history maybe together, but maybe not that person that I'm going to run to.
And there's no shame in that.
Absolutely
we are not meant to be friends with everyone. But it starts being
exhausting, by the way.
Oh, geez. It starts knowing you. Yeah. You have to know what you need out of a friendship.
And be authentic.
Authentic. Yes,
yeah.
Exactly.
I can't go into these places and try and be who these women are. I have to go in perfectly confident that I actually, in the attempt to make friends, I'm going to make some enemies too. Because maybe, and not hopefully enemies, but you know, there's going to be some people who don't necessarily like my personality. I have to be okay with that.
And we're okay with that. Yeah. We're okay with that because we're on YouTube.
Yeah, right?
We know. I know. Some of you
some of you don't like us.
And we're okay with it.
Yeah, totally.
But it's okay, because we just want to encourage you in finding those relationships that are going to walk you through the rest of your life.
Exactly. Totally essential.
Completely. Check us out at inbetweenfriends.com. Leave comments either on the vlog or right here on YouTube channel. Subscribe, like us, even though you don't like us anyway, because we would like you in return. But we just enjoy just being with you. If you have any questions, shoot them our way. And if you have any comments about what else makes a kindred spirit, we would love to hear from you below. Take care. We hope you have a great day.
Bye.